Yeah. No, I've recently hit a new milestone in my comedy career that I am excited to have the opportunity to announce in the air.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I did. All right, my dog is interrupting it now, but you
What?
can't stop me, Lentil. You can't
No,
stop me from being
no.
proud of myself. So I'm gonna tell him I did stand-up comedy at a golf course.
Oh yeah, how'd that
Yeah,
go?
real. Well, let me tell you how far. I only perform at the classiest places now, Jason. So I might be too
Uh huh.
hoity-toity for this show. I
Right.
did not win the contest. I did not.
Okay.
I definitely didn't come in last either, which is good. But I
Yeah.
didn't win.
Uh huh.
Uh, but you know how you know a golf course is nice
How?
when there's a sign in the bathroom saying that you can't spit your Zin pouches in the urinal
Yep.
because it's
Right.
like I guess all these other places it's just a fucking free for all.
Right. Just Zen. Just just slobbery Zen packets everywhere.
Oh yes, well only in the urinals. There is you have the
Okay.
peeing urinal and the Zin urinal.
Right.
It's like
Oh,
that
that's cool. Yeah.
flush up, flush down. No, you know how you know a bar is good is when
Hmm.
there's a fucking wall of dead cops somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fucking Cooperstown for wife beaters.
I assume you mean photos. There's not like a wall
Yeah.
of like police
Oh no,
corpses.
that'll be fucking awesome.
That's a certain type of bar.
Oh yeah, it's your that's the hive where new cops are born.
Oh right. No, that's
Oh
pretty
man.
cool. Man, I guess I've been to one golf course and it was a public golf course. So the bathrooms were sort of like your generic like municipal middle school bathrooms.
Yeah.
Uh
Oh,
they
okay.
didn't they didn't seem to care much about Zen packets one way or the other.
Were those invented back then? I thought it was just normal
No,
chewing tobacco. Zin
no,
is
they
different,
weren't.
right? Zin is like some weird bullshit.
I think Zen is like a little. You don't really chew it; you just sort of suck on it. I guess. I don't know.
It's
I guess I don't
stupid.
really know. Yeah.
If it was fun, it's fucking good enough for Babe Ruth. It's not good enough for you. Is that what we're fucking getting at
Right.
these days?
Right. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
we should. That's why.
These millennials and their tobacco use habits.
Well, that's why I'm thrilled to announce here today that we are bringing a campaign back to the heart of America. Bring back chewing tobacco.
Uh huh.
The Skull Kids campaign.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And that's what like for every pack of Skull a kid buys. You check off the little card, and when it's full, they get a free Pizza Hut pan pizza. Or
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Pizza Hut's gonna be in. Well, no, because part of it is that we need the skull. All right, the kids are not going to be hungry, right? Because they're going to be puking their fucking guts out from all this skull. I'm not going to
presumably,
lie, right?
presumably,
Yeah, like
yeah.
it's going to be because this shit. I mean, you know what I know. Like this shit is fucking. Don't let me make sure I edit this out because we are going to get fired from the campaign for sure if I leave this in the podcast.
Uh
But this
huh.
shit, it's like fucking fiberglass mixed with fucking a scented
Yeah.
candle.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Absolutely
it's
horrible.
it's genuinely like a shockingly bad experience for the type of cancer you can get for it.
Right.
But they're gonna be puking their guts out. They're not gonna want Pizza Hut. I think we got to get them straight to listen. It's gonna
Coors.
maybe I don't know if we can.
They get a Coors.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I don't think Coors Light's gonna be in on it, but I think we could get Coors Banquet to sign off.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't think they check on Coors Banquet.
No, it seems like a good fit.
Have you ever had Coors Banquet?
Yes. Yeah. Well,
I've
they
never
brew
had Coors Banquet. I don't know how it's around.
they brew Coors just up the road from me here in Denver. It's brewed in Fort Collins. So
I
so
don't.
Coors like Denver is very much a beer city. Like there's microbreweries
Yeah,
everywhere. But Coors definitely still has like a presence. You can go to
as like the
pretty much.
shitty beer in the bar.
I would
It's like the
say,
preferred
I mean,
shitty beer of the city.
yes, yes, right. Like any place you go will also have Coors Banquet, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's a couple bucks, and but yeah, no, it's surprisingly like prevalent here. So yeah, I've had it.
I've
I
had
don't know.
Coors Light a bunch of times.
Well, sure,
Yeah, everyone's had Coors Light.
but yeah, no. And apparently, like if you do a brewery tour, which have yet to do, um, they have a bunch of like sort of secret test flavors or test like brews that you can try that they never release. So I don't know if there's like a Coors IPA sitting there.
Hmm.
I don't know. I really should make an effort to take that tour.
I, you know, I guess I imagine. I'm wondering what the test flavors are. You know, I feel
I
like you
don't
don't
know.
see Coors experimenting very often.
No.
Presumably, these test flavors are why.
Right. There's like what Coors cherry.
Coors, Coors, sweet corn.
Sweet corn. I would
You ever when I
actually
was
I would actually try that. If I saw
no
that on
man.
the beer menu, I would definitely order the
Oh
sweet
my
corn beer.
god, no, that's too much for me. Anyway, all of this is to say that you guys know that Jason and I live a chill, fly ass bro lifestyle,
Right.
crushing beers,
Uh-huh.
chilling on the beach,
Yeah.
living life, and jerking
What's
off on pickleball courts. All the shit
sucking on a
that
Zin, if that's what you do with
sucking
them.
on a Zin and spitting it out in the golf course
Right.
toilets.
Uh-huh. We don't give a fuck.
And we do not give a flying flip.
Yep.
Anyway, welcome to Underworld News Tonight, where we bring you the weird, wacky, and wild news of the week. I'm Andrew Michaels, checking if I wrote down what I'm going to say about Jason this week. How do I have so many notes on here? Oh yeah, you know him for playing the role of young Sheldon in Passion of the Christ.
Uh-huh.
Wait, did I do a young Sheldon one last week? I have a different
Possibly.
one. All right,
Possibly, but that's okay.
all right.
I
I'm
think
trying
we
to
can
remember.
forgive it.
I've got a different one. No, let's. I don't want to double up on the young Sheldons. I don't want to beat a dead
But
horse because they did euthanize that kid.
right.
Uh,
But that was a pretty good gag though about young Sheldon being in Passion of the Christ, right? Like
that's a good
I'd,
gag. Yeah, I
yeah, I would hate
mean,
for you to just like leave that, discard that.
well, all
I'll
right.
take it.
Anyway,
That's a good one. Yeah, it's
all right,
solid.
all right. Well, I'll save this one. I actually need to listen back and see. I might have already used this one. I don't remember if I did a young Sheldon one last week. I don't know. I don't fucking listen to this show. It sucks.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't either.
All right. Well, anyway, this first story we're covering today, Weird Wacky Wiles News of the Week.
Yeah.
This comes from People Magazine. Now, I don't know if you read People Magazine. It was the preferred tabloid of my grandmother. Well,
Hmm.
besides the Inquirer, but my mom didn't like having the Inquirer in the house.
Sure.
So People was the one. People was like I think People was the level of tabloid that the articles were just long enough and just low enough on pictures for some of them that and they didn't just blatantly totally make shit up, that
Hmm.
it was like more respectable to have like in your house or your like doctor's office waiting room than like say
Right.
the Inquirer or
Right.
like any of the gossip rags.
Right. They would have like an interview with I don't know, Kristen Bell or and
Yeah,
she'd be talking about her llama farm or I don't know, whatever the fuck
they.
Kristen
I
Bell
think they
does.
did the Sexiest Men Alive, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Is that People? Let me check. I should
I
know
think
this
it
before I
is.
start talking about People.
How how would you know that?
Because we had People in the house,
Is that something you
and I
follow?
like to keep track, see if they are adding a podcasters division. Yep, People Magazine, Sexiest Man Alive. Let
Right.
me see who it is
Okay.
this year. Patrick Dempsey.
What this
Patrick Dempsey got one in 2023.
what is
That's
where the
fine.
fuck is where's he been? Well, I guess that show's still on the air, right?
Yeah.
What
2022 was Chris Evans. 2021 was
sure.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
2020 was Michael B. Jordan.
Sure.
2019 was John Lennon.
What?
2018 was Idris Elba. Do they go 3 years? All right, 2017. It was Blake Shelton. So they go 3 years. So they go. Let me see if it's a pattern. All right, 2017 is when they started because they realized they picked like the whitest, least attractive, like not very good looking guy. You know, we're getting way too sidetracked. We don't need to critique the sexiest man alive right now. But 2017, they're like, we picked the least attractive white bread looking guy that I've ever seen. Right, this guy
Yeah.
looks like fucking middle school cafeteria mashed potatoes. Truly.
Right. Talking about Blake Sheldon.
Yes, yeah, not
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. No.
So then 2018, 2019, 2020, they go Idris Elba, John Legend, Michael B. Jordan. You know, 3 attractive black men with like, you know, somewhat distinct. I mean, everyone has to be Hollywood hot. And then they're 20.
John Legend. I'm sorry. When you said it, I heard John Lennon. And I thought,
no, sexiest man alive.
Yeah, I was thinking like, man, that's right, that's explicitly against the rules. But John Legend.
Yeah,
Okay. No, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
That's, I mean, I'd be like disqualifying. Plus, beating your wife is not sexy.
No.
It's not. Take it from us.
Yeah, it certainly isn't. Yeah.
All right, yeah, then 2021, it's Paul Rudd. 2022, it's Chris Evans. 2023, it's Patrick Dempsey. 3 generic white guys. I know Paul Rudd, like, looks good for his age, but also, like, I don't know, they just go back to generic-looking white guys.
Right.
I guess to be the sexiest man alive is often to be generic-looking. That's kind of part of it, but...
Right. Yeah, I'm surprised.
We're not here to talk...
Yeah. No.
We're not here to talk about that, though. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about, I guess, speaking of Blake Shelton, something from their food section. McDonald's worker seen drying a dirty mop under the French fry warmer. Quote, McMop.
Okay. I think I've seen pictures of this. I think this has kind of made the rounds, but
yeah, it's been all over all the MySpace, the dig.com, the Newgrounds message boards, the Fuse.tv message boards, Habbo Hotel.
I saw it on LinkedIn. Yeah.
Yeah, you said, it was from your friend saying, just got fired from my job for my new mop theory.
Right. WTF.
A customer recorded the employee at a McDonald's in Australia while they held a dirty mop above the French fries.
Sure.
All right. So look. All right. This story is by Sabrina Weiss, by the way. So thanks, Sabrina, for doing some investigative journalism. A McDonald's in Australia is failing the hate after an employee was videotaped using a heat lamp to dry a dirty mop. I think the key problem, again, is that the French fries were actively under the heat lamp.
Right.
You shouldn't do that either way. Like, it's not good. But in theory, if you did that and then thoroughly cleaned that area, it wouldn't be the worst. No, it's still really bad. It's still really bad. But I guess it's so much worse when the French fries are there that now I'm, like, justifying it.
Right. No, it's bad. And I'm trying to imagine what circumstance do you need a dry mop? That like in a hurry. Want them wet. Like why can't you just go set it outside, or you know what I mean? Like what?
Surely,
what's going on?
Here's a hot take. Think about the volume at which a McDonald's operates and the type of foods that they operate with, which could result in like, you know, big messes in the kitchen. Let's say something goes wrong with a McFlurry machine or something like that, right?
Right.
Like, you probably should have multiple mops, right? You don't want, like, a McDonald's, you know, this isn't fucking, what's a restaurant that could get away with only one mop?
Oh, man.
One Mop Express, slow food that no one goes to.
Right.
Is that a restaurant?
Yeah, there's like 3 of them here in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
It's not reviewed very highly on Yelp, but...
My favorite place.
Yeah. Maybe like a salad place.
Yeah, salad place.
When you're mopping up, you just sweep up the, I don't know, lettuce.
Well, there's dressing. There's dry. Are you thinking? Do you think there's a dry salad restaurant?
Having gone to a couple salad restaurants, yes. I think that the amount of dressing that comes with the salad, that's technically a dry salad.
Holy shit. Holy shit, you are coming in so fucking hot today. Oh my god. This is like the most enraged you have ever been on this show. Oh
Right.
my god.
Yeah.
The fucking
Nothing
assassin.
nothing pisses me off more than getting one little capsule of that green goddess. Like, come on, guys.
That's
This
there's green in the
barely gets
name. There's already
the
yeah, like
radishes wet. Yeah.
what the fuck? Oh my god. I don't, that I do like salads. I'll get a salad at a restaurant, but I do not go to a lot of salad only restaurants. I
I don't
resent
either, actually. Yeah.
being told like you're having a salad for lunch. And
Right.
I also think, like I'll have a salad when I choose. There are other ways to eat vegetables. There are other ways to eat healthy.
Sure.
But either way, you know what you shouldn't do is dry a mop
Rear mop.
under
Yeah.
a French fry heating lamp. And if you are
Uh-huh.
going to do that, make sure there are French fries not under it.
Right.
Customer Debbie Baraka caught the incident, which took place at a restaurant in Booval, Queensland. It's bold of you to use your real name and admit to being in a McDonald's in Booval.
Right. Uh-huh. I was thinking
Because
that.
that's like things are not going well. You're like, my family could see this, but the public
Right.
needs to know.
Right. I haven't sold a property in 6 months.
Because they're all in Booval.
Right. Nobody wants to live in Booval.
Because people are drying the fucking mops under heat
Right.
lamps.
Right.
All right. So she records it on video and she shares the experience online. She recounted the events to Yahoo News Australia and claimed the mop had been used to clean the floors. I'd say you don't need to like prove that because that is what mops are for.
Right. If it was being used to clean, like, I don't know, the walls, that
that's
might
also
be
not
something
good.
noteworthy. No.
Yeah, that would also not be good. But like, yeah, I mean, I think you don't need to be like, I saw it being used to clean the floors because like it is a mop,
Right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and assume that.
Yeah, you don't need to tell us, Debbie. You've done your job.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? Please leave the McDonald's. Please don't go back to this McDonald's.
Right.
Go to Hungry Jack's, which is what they call Burger King down there, I think. Yeah, we talked about that.
Uh-huh. As we learned. Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on with fast food down there? Remember, because that guy took Super Viagra, Pitbull Super, and for our audience doesn't remember, and was walking around Hungry Jack's with his dick bleeding.
Right. Well, to be fair, I think the Hungry Jacks might be kind of the victim in this. That he chose to go to Hungry Jack's when he had a bleeding erection versus, say, the emergency room, I guess.
All right. I have a theory about what's going on down there, at least with the Hungry Jacks thing. Do you think that because of the different gravity, because they're upside down, the onion rings are just more fuckable in Australia?
That's an excellent point. I hadn't considered that.
Because McDonald's doesn't have them.
No. Well, they don't have them here. I don't know if they have them there. Like, because McDonald's has different shit, like in Japan, that they offer different foods.
In Australia, up is down, down is up.
Right.
Cats have sex with dogs.
Right.
And that's how Cat Dog was born.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. No, that's an excellent point. Have you so one of my first jobs was at fast food.
I've never worked fast food. No, I worked my customer service stuff was call center, but I never did fast food. I have soft little baby hands and I would never deign to do a job done by the pores. So no, thank you very much. Gross.
Yeah. No, I worked at one of my first jobs. I think my second job was at Burger King. So I was like 16, 17. I can totally see myself drying out a mop under the fryer heat lamp if someone told me to. Because I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah, well, and you're like, this place is already fucking disgusting. What do I give a shit about? Would you do it if there were French fries under that lamp, though? Would you pause for a second and think like I know you're working so many things that like it's possible to just miss shit like that at that volume, but
no, I definitely would. And again, I would wonder, like, why does this mop head need to be dry, like, instantly? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't make
want
any
your
sense.
mop wet. You don't want your mop dry.
Right.
Like, I know
Yeah.
eventually it gets too dirty, but that's why you need a second mop, or I would even say a third mop.
Yeah. I don't think that's
At
too much
a
to ask. Yeah.
at a
Of a
McDonald's, a
uh-huh.
Hungry Jack's, a
Wendy's.
Wendy's, a
Right.
Jack in the Box,
Mhm.
a Taco Bell. Well, actually, no, you don't clean a Taco Bell because then you lose the seasoning.
Right. No, that's kind of what they're known for is they don't ever mop.
Man.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
know. Yeah, that's wild and gross.
yeah. Uh, yeah,
I
but
know
let's go ahead and
I'll
the story
certainly.
isn't even done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
We've got more from her experience. I was just standing and waiting for my order. This is what she said. When I looked over and heard a staff member say, I don't think you should be doing that, as it could be a safety issue, as it can catch on fire. Which is true, but also, like, broader issue. There are other issues as well, like that this is
Right.
fucking disgusting.
Right.
Said the employee then just laughed it off and then saw the work, and then the workers served the fries just moments later.
Hmm.
Yeah, then the only other thing I note is apparently this was on April 4th, but she just posted it now. I guess she was afraid of reprisal from Ronald
That could
McDonald
be.
herself.
That could be. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. Hmm. Man, that is so weird. I don't know.
like, McDonald's, it's getting gross and expensive, but you want to get clown meat, what are you going to do?
Right. Your options are pretty limited in terms of clown meat. I guess there's that and Jack in the Box.
Well, no, that's, Jack in the Box is known for the off-menu experience. Why do you think they call it that?
Oh shit. Man, I've really been missing out then.
What you do is you take the takeout bag from Jack in the Box, and if you crease it right and put it on your lap during a bumpy car ride,
Uh-huh.
proprietary technology.
Wow. No, thank you. Yeah, I had no idea.
What if, like, 5 years from now, this podcast is somehow courting a Jack in the Box sponsorship and they pull that clip? And that's why we don't get it. Would you be pissed at me?
No, I think it was worth it.
Yeah, I don't think, and who is Jack in the Box to be telling us right now in real life what I can and can't say to kill comedy and stuff like that? Like,
Right. Mm-hmm.
what happened to free speech? What happened to pushing the envelope? What
Right.
happened to coming on a hamburger in the morning from Jack in the Box?
Right.
I don't think they serve hamburgers in the morning, right? It's a breakfast burrito or whatever the fuck. I've never had Jack in the Box.
I have zero idea. I was actually going to ask you if is there Jack in the Box? There's a couple Jack in the Boxes here. I don't think when I lived in Cincinnati there were any. I feel like it's West Coast, maybe moving east, but I don't know if they've made it that far yet.
I'm going to see what's on the Jack in the Box menu right now. I have the most boring clip we've ever done. All right, let me see. There's definitely nothing here. I'm just going to type in Los Angeles, so it could be somewhere where there's Jack in the Box. If there's no fucking Jack in the Box somewhere, all right, let me see. Start order. Their website is horrible. You could tell they're fucking jerking people off.
Uh-huh.
Me with this website. They have too many things. They have chicken and tacos and burgers. Or no, they just have too many options on the menu. We don't need to get into this right now. This is not going to be a very funny bit. This is not going to be good. I'm aborting it right now.
It can't be good. It can't be good. It's not going to be very funny. Well, I'm saying Jack in the Box can't be good if they have tacos and chicken, right? Like,
I guess if you have, I guess a burger is just a taco puck.
Kind of, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they're like making taco shells in the back.
Oh, absolutely not. No. No, they
a taco.
Yeah. There's not some abuela in the back hand pressing tortillas to use for their tacos. Right? Like they're getting a box of like 5,000 crappy taco shells.
Way more than that. What if we do that instead of, hear me out, instead of podcasting, right? And I know this has been very lucrative for us. Uh-huh. We are up to now negative $200. So
Right.
at this rate, you know how they
Anything.
say if you owe $2 million, the bank owes you. If you owe $2 billion, you own the bank.
Uh-huh.
At this rate, we're gonna own a lot of fucking banks.
I think so. Yeah.
But instead of podcasting, steal a Jack in the Box tortilla truck.
Oh,
Sell it
yeah.
on the black market, flip it, or flip them for parts.
Sure. That catalytic converter is probably worth a few bucks.
Oh yeah, and it's the tastiest part.
That's right. It's certainly tastier than the burgers.
Oh man,
Oh, zing!
we got him. We fucking got Jack in the Box's ass so bad. Holy shit.
Oh
yeah. So don't even try to sponsor us, Jason. You move on.
Our next story comes to us from BeliefNet.
Oh boy, that's where I get all my news.
Yeah, one of my favorite websites. This is by sorry, I don't think I can pronounce this. IMCKEITHEN. Imicthen?
I need to see it in front of me. I'll pull up the story. One sec. This is crazy. I wouldn't have given you a story by someone with an unpronounceable name. Well, I would do that on purpose, but I didn't. You know what? You know what's good when this guy I think is using their username. All right, so it's Imkathan or Imkethan.
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 Imkethan. I think that's good. Yeah, Imkethan.
Imkethan is what. Imkethan is what I sound like when I come and sneeze at the same time.
Yep. I've heard that before. Yeah, again, this is from BeliefNet. Headline: Kel Mitchell says he learned his ex-wife hexed him during exorcism of demons.
Wow. A lot to unpack there. First off, big fan of Goodburger, so let's start with the positives.
Sure.
What's he done since Goodburger? I guess get hexed by his ex-wife.
And I think they made a second Goodburger.
Did they? Was that during the hex or after? Maybe that's why it took so long to come out.
Hard to say. He's also it describes him also. It describes him as a pastor. So I assume he also got pasteurized.
Pasteurized.
In the meantime.
Oh man.
In the
Pasteurize me. Pasteurize me, Daddy.
Right.
Oh wow.
And this article is recounting an interview he did on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry. These fucking alliterated names. Be more Christ-like and don't alliterate your fucking name.
Yeah.
If it was called Jesus Dreist, people would have been like, I'm glad you crucified that guy. And I'd be like, thank you. And get high-fived walking down the street every day.
Who boy. Yeah. So Kel Mitchell serves as a youth pastor at Spirit Food Christian Center in Winnetka, California.
Spirit Food
Christian
Center.
I
see what they're going for. I see what they're going for with the Spirit Food thing, but it's not it, right? It's like really... It does sound like fucking little like shitty oats that you like put on your store.
Right. Spirit Food does not sound. Yeah, this does not sound like appealing, either in terms of food nor spiritualism. Spirit Food Christian Center. Yeah, that's a pass for me.
Yeah, no, that's just picturing a bunch of ghosts eating from a trough.
Right. That's true. Oh.
Just start the fucking Sadness Food Podcasting Center.
Right. Eat your feelings center.
The Ennui Food Podcasting Center.
I'm actually going to skip a lot of this article because it's going over.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
not, a lot of it's probably weird Christian propaganda for real because they don't realize that like you don't sound
well,
good when you saying your ex-wife hexed you,
well, and
even if
also
it's true.
it sort of recounts. They were married from '99 to 2005. Uh, Suffice to say, not a healthy relationship. Um, and a
Yeah, if
lot of
there's
it's,
a way
yeah, I don't.
happening, it never starts with hexes. That's the thing, fellas. I'm gonna give some advice right now. If a
Right,
lady's hexing you, it didn't start there. They don't whip
right.
out the hexes for no reason. I know a lot of women. I know multiple women.
Uh-huh.
Uh, my wife.
Upwards of
Uh,
5. Yeah.
yeah, the lady I bought a coffee from earlier. My stepmom, etc. So I can tell you with some confidence, they don't whip out the hexes for no reason.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that. So that's the thing. Think about how did you get into that situation?
Yeah. Um, so we'll pick up here. So bad marriage. He's uh called called to pitch a movie to Cedric the Entertainer. Meets an actor's mom who's an evangelist. Now we're going to pick up the story again. He recalled, Kel recalled, she started praying over us. There was this moment where everybody just started spitting up, throwing up. It was like a really exorcist type moment. It was
Hmm.
at this moment that Mitchell said the evangelist told him that his ex-wife had done, quote, done some things as far as like putting a hex on you. Mitchell said the evangelist told him to say the blood of Jesus as she prayed over him. When he did, he said spiritual things started happening. He said, I'm spitting up, and within the process, I'm getting reconnected to the Lord in a spiritual way. I don't want to shit on anyone's faith or spirituality. Could this be food poisoning?
That's not crazy. Who was catering the Cedric the Entertainer movie? Do we know? I mean, I guess it didn't come out.
Let me
Believe it or
scroll
not,
back here.
Kel Mitchell's project while he was being hexed by his ex-wife wasn't a success.
Let me see here. What? Jack in the Box? What? No, I'm just
Whoa! He
kidding.
was gonna
No.
be Cedric the Entertainer was pitching a CFO of Jack in the Box. Holy shit!
No. No, it doesn't say. Yeah. Mitchell continued, in this moment now, all my friends are here. Okay. They're seeing me in.
That's a little sad.
It
If
is
all your
kind of.
friends are here, kind of impromptu, like I know you all live in because
Right.
LA is like a spread out city, right? Like it's actually
Right.
very hard to get all of my friends someplace, and I don't have a lot of friends. So like if all your friends are here during this weird
Right.
divorce exorcism, that's not like great.
Well, they're all there, I guess, uh, pestering pestering Cedric the Entertainer to make a movie with him in it. Mitchell
Oh
continued,
man.
yeah, all
And
my
then
friends are here.
he's like, "Sorry, I just do wife exorcisms now. I'm a reverse wife guy."
Um, they're seeing me and what is happening. Within this process, demons start like literally speaking out their name. I'm saying their names out loud, but they're coming out of my body.
Jim Davis.
Shit. Man, that's a bad one.
Gallagher.
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
Carrot Top.
All right, now you've gone too far. This is, yeah. No human body.
He'll sue us.
No human body can contain the combined evil of Carrot Top, Gallagher, and Jim Davis.
But that does explain why Nick Cannon's ex-wife was so damn sexy while she was doing it.
What'd you say?
Explains why the hexing ex-wife was so damn sexy while she
Okay.
was doing it.
Yeah. 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 Sorry, I misheard you. Um,
That
yeah.
is the thing. Like I know it's like not gentlemanly nor like cool to like speculate on this, but like if a lady's hexing you, like gorilla grip, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. That's the end of the
Yeah,
article. So
you know. That you defaulted to that I don't know real quick, but you know exactly what I mean. If she's whipping out the hexes, like
that's the end of the article. So we're kind of left hanging. So he threw
man.
up a bunch of demons, and I don't know. Presumably feels better.
Yeah, I guess I probably because he divorced his wife. Probably the
Yeah.
divorce mostly made him feel better, but I know it's not like Christian woke to say that.
Right.
Um yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Uh you know what I'm gonna say is this.
Mm.
It's a shitty situation because even if it's true, you never look good saying your ex-wife put a hex on you, right? It's always a bad look.
Right. Right.
And because of this, I don't want to like and this doesn't apply to women by the way because if it women, if your ex-husband is putting a hex on you, like you do have friends who are going to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute. Like no
Like,
matter like
yeah, I could totally see it happening too.
yeah, yeah, no, 100%. So I'm not saying like this would be a good thing to do, but again, ladies, if you are going through any sort of divorce or anything, maybe not a bad idea to whip out the hexes.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. Words to live by. Going
Yeah.
through a divorce, whip out the hex.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
can't take if the half isn't worth it, you know.
Right. Yeah. So Kel puked up a bunch of demons, I guess, and I don't know, now he's better.
That's good. That's good.
Doesn't
I've done that. I did that the first time I had a Jaeger bomb.
yeah. The first time I puked a lot from drinking. The first time I smoked weed and drank at the same time. Boy,
That
was
never
I
really bothered me.
I was expelling some demons that day.
Oh man. The thing is, when you're puking a lot, the first puke can be a little fun sometimes.
It definitely feels better.
Yeah, you feel great.
Yeah.
Once the second puke happens, you're like, "Oh no, I'm fucked."
Right. Like,
It's not over, you know?
right. No, absolutely.
Nothing
Yeah.
ever is. Speaking of which, we are going to take a short break. You guys aren't going to hear it because we're not going to be here. And then we'll be right back with more stories.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you want to include this, but I was just thinking, as I was changing for the second act, um, do you think our podcast, like we're comedy, right?
Yeah,
Like this is funny.
I hope so.
I mean, ostensibly,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's also maybe like some low key media criticism here,
I think we
right?
end up doing a little bit of that. Yeah.
Because we don't, none of the sources we use are like we're not going to like someone's WordPress site or like someone's Substack, right?
We
Like
have
we're
limits.
well, but everything we find, at least for me, like I just search weird news today, and then within the top 50 or 100 hits, I
You're
usually
giving away
find
proprietary podcasting information technology. So we're going to move on from the part of the podcast where we talk about our podcast. And we're going to get into another story. This is actually an update on a video that was going around before we started this show. An
uh-huh.
expert is claiming that alien beings use cloaking devices in the Las Vegas neighborhood. This article is being reported on in Loudwire. So about a year ago, a guy named Angel Kenmore shared a video on YouTube where he told a story about hearing a crash while working on a car with his brother. He said that what he saw was a big light falling from the sky. He feels a big impact. He hears a bunch of footsteps around him. A couple seconds later, the flirtiness is gone, and all that was left was what he describes as a tall, thin creature. He was a green, grayish creature,
Hmm.
Kenmore said. When I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Police were called to investigate and did confirm an additional report of a bright light and a crash. Um, Now, this is all an account that went around a year ago. However,
Hmm.
um, the story sort of is picking up some additional traction because of a recent Fox News interview with a quote unquote veteran crime scene reconstruction analyst who's been
Okay.
looking into the case. This guy's by the name of Scott Roeder.
Hmm.
And everybody knows nobody named Scott has ever said some weird, insane shit
Right.
just
Hmm.
based on general vibes of a situation.
Uh-huh.
Um, One of the more trustworthy names out there, I think.
Absolutely.
Now, Scott Roeder claimed during the segment that the beings from the year-old video were using a quote-unquote cloaking device to mask their movements. At this particular time, with what we've seen here, there is proof of a couple of things, Roeder said, that
Okay.
these entities are real, they're there, this is not fake, this is not a fraud. Those are all one thing.
Right.
Those are all one thing phrased a different way, Mr. Roeder, but continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roeder has since opened up his findings to a quote unquote peer review to further investigate what is seen in the video, so I'm sure we'll definitely be seeing that.
Right.
Uh, these two items, these two beings, are in the real world environment with the Kenmore family. That is a fact.
Hmm.
So, yeah, the claim is that this was cloaking technology that was being used by these aliens, sort of reinvestigating this claim.
Hmm.
Um, interesting stuff. I'm not sure how you reconstruct that.
Right. Now, to be clear, also, you said this is from like a year ago because
This guy is reconstructing it now, but the video was from a year ago.
okay, because we recently covered a UFO, a UFO crash in Las Vegas,
I
uh,
mean,
where there
that
was
whole
like a
area is like
kid.
the UFO belt a bit, right? Vegas,
I,
Nevada, New Mexico, all these
right,
places.
right, California,
Arizona.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, yeah. So
Big
this is
name
a
states.
totally, yeah, right. Rhode Island,
Nevada, Ohio,
uh, right,
Idaho.
Wisconsin, yeah. Um, all right, so this is a totally separate incident. This
Yes.
predated the okay, and
Yeah, by
the
quite a bit.
and yeah. So cloaking technology, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I could use some of that.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Man. That'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know what if you got a hold of this cloaking technology. What is there anything you do with it? Like, what would you personally? What's the first thing you're doing? You can turn invisible, right? Or what? Jam people's
Man,
sensors. I don't know what the specific thing.
I probably shouldn't say this on the air.
Hmm.
Um Probably convince senile rich people that are old that I'm Jesus and they need to put me, Andrew Michaels, in their will. Like I do that a lot, I
No,
go
that's actually
around from
pretty
place to
solid.
place, like from
Yeah.
like ailing old man. Like I would not give a shit about their families. It would really be it get real
Hmm.
dark real fast. But nothing sexual, which,
Sure.
makes me a good man.
No. Right. Right. At least you've cleared that very low bar.
No, exactly.
Fraud, yes.
I'm a hero.
Sexual, no.
I'm a
Yeah.
hero, if anything. What are
Yeah,
you doing with it,
basically.
Mr.
Yeah.
High and Mighty? What are you doing with it? Are you using it for fucking charity?
Yeah, I'd probably sneak into houses and leave like presents. No.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you would.
Right.
Leave a present in
Uh
some fucking leave a present so you say just go into houses and taking a shit whatever you want.
thinking shit. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That
Leave
would
it
tear families apart.
right. If like every morning they wake up and like someone shit on the couch
A
again.
Jason Strong dump in the even just in the toilet. If you just shat in random couples' toilets and didn't flush,
Right.
didn't get caught, you
Yeah.
destroy a marriage in 6 months. The
Yeah.
strongest marriages.
Uh-huh. No, absolutely. Um,
What are
yeah.
you guys doing
Yeah,
with
I
the
don't know.
invisibility cloak, by the way? Let us know in the Spotify question. Nothing
Yeah.
sexual with the invisibility cloak. Unless it's masturbating, that's fine, I think.
Or if it's
Can you jerk
consensual.
off in an invisibility cloak?
I
Is
don't see
that
why
like a
not.
crime? If you're quiet, right? If you're a quiet wank.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. Like would the invisibility power cover you cranking it? I would assume so.
It would probably make a noise though, right? You'd probably hear a lot of like when a kid on a fucking camping trip tries jerk it off next to you, and when you're also a kid. I should clarify.
Yeah.
Kid on a camping trip tries jerking off next to you in a sleeping bag.
Right. They're screaming Ronald McDonald. Oh. You
Oh
know,
my
you know,
god.
you know how I like it.
But up, but.
I'm loving it.
Oh man.
No, what was sorry? What was that guy's title again? Crime scene reconstruction
Reconstructive
analyst.
crime scene analyst. Yeah.
Man, that's a pretty cool job title. How do you lay in something like that? I wonder.
Uh, I think you just yell about how a murder happened somewhere a lot, and then people eventually give you a title to get you to shut the fuck up.
You
He's
just
probably really good at accusing his wife of cheating on him, though.
right. That's true. I found this. I found this receipt from Jack in the Box in this People magazine, so I
Oh
know
man.
something's going on.
Well, we do not eat at Jack in the Box. We are a Sonic household.
Right. What were you doing there?
Who is Jack, and what are you doing in his box?
Right.
Or is he in yours?
Right. Yep.
Why do people call vagina box? That's not. Have they ever seen one? Because it doesn't. Not. I don't
Yeah.
look at one and I don't go like that's square to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with you on
I'm
that
not good
one,
with.
but
I'm not good with shapes, but you know.
right. Not good with shapes.
So
I'm
maybe
just
I'm off.
I'm
I'm
just
not like a
picturing you
geometrist or whatever.
I'm just picturing you with one of those like infant toys with like, there's the star shaped block and the circle and triangle, and you're
Hey
just
man,
trying to hammer that star into the circle.
listen, man. It's a strength test sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't mock your disability.
Yeah, shut your rhombus ass up. Move on to the closing story, you
Nailed it.
fucking bitch.
Nailed it. All right. Oh, I did look up the Jack in the Box menu. 2 for 99-cent tacos, which really sets my alarm bells off.
Yeah, those had better be very empty.
Yeah.
Like it better be that type of ripoff.
Right. Anything 2 for 99 cents in 2024, like it has to be like super unhealthy and or illegal.
We only make our food here at Jack in the Box with the least expired meat.
Yeah. All right. Our final story today comes to us from Slugger O'Toole.
Slugger O'Toole.
That's the
I
name of
got
the
to slug
website.
my tool after this, so let's wrap it up.
Yeah. The website Slugger O'Toole, the author is Brian O'Neill. So I don't know.
Irish Americans are really moving on up in the world, I have to say. You know, it was just years ago that we thought they were all just drunkards and louts, but now, why they have their own website and their own guys who can read.
Right. It's a real success story.
I would even let one golf caddy for my daughter.
Wow. As long as he doesn't spit his Zin in the urinal.
That's true. That's well, he better spit his in the urinal before getting in that caddy. You know.
Yeah. Headline: New crisis as the UK is, quote, running out of ghosts.
This is what I was worried about when the Ghostbusters made a comeback, because it's all about numbers now. They wanted to industrialize it, and what's going to
Mhm.
happen?
Right.
They're not thinking about sustainable ghost farming and replenishing the ecosystem.
Right. Right.
That was Ramus's job.
Uh-huh.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yeah. Mourn you till I join you.
You watch the earth and he'll watch the skies, homie.
That's right.
Harold
Britain.
Conda forever.
Uh-huh. Britain is facing a ghost shortage as aging spirits are passing over to, quote, the other side, according to a leading paranormal expert. Dr. Paul Lee believes that the UK's spectral heritage is in serious decline as many ghosts have become dormant or moved on. The paranormal researcher and author shared, since January 2020, I've been contacting all the reportedly haunted locations on my app. We'll circle back to that.
Yeah, I know. We only talked about some ghost hunting apps.
And asking if the residents, owners, or staff have experienced any unexplained activity. He continued, so far I've had almost 800 replies, and even some supposedly highly haunted places like Coinsborough Castle in South Yorkshire, the Eddington Park Hotel in Stratford, said to be one of the most haunted hotels in the UK, and Fortnum and Mason in Piccadilly say they aren't experiencing anything in the last few years.
Because all these fucking haunted places are too expensive for new people to die in. You priced out the people who were going to haunt the places.
Exactly.
That's the problem. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the ghosts are other places now. The ghosts
Right.
are in a fucking shitty ass fucking flat. Is that what you fucking gross hill people call it? A fucking
Right.
studio
Mm-hmm.
flat in
Uh-huh.
I don't know, fucking
North Worthington, Hampshire, Shire,
racism
Shropshire.
shire or whatever the
Right.
fuck.
Uh-huh.
That's where the ghosts are, and you're not going to go there because you would have to see a poor person, which I agree with, because that's not the type of inspirational we're trying to bring into this year.
Mm-hmm.
I want more rich friends and less broke bitches in my life, so I can't blame
Mm-hmm.
you there. But
Mm-hmm.
UK has nobody but itself to blame for this problem.
Right. No, it's definitely gentrification.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. People can't afford to die at these fancy places like they used to.
I know. Well, some of them are closed off. Like, why are there no ghosts at this castle? Because it's a tourist attraction. You don't let
Right.
them. Nobody
Right.
lives there. You
Right.
got to
Nobody.
refurbish it. You got to keep it up for the living to get the dead.
Right. Nobody can just go there and die.
I know. It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
sad. Because you know how, like, yeah. Because British people, it's kind of like, you know how, like, cats will, like, crawl under porches or stuff like that to die. British people, they like to go into just old shit.
Old, yeah, like an old
They used to go into an
windmill
old
or
building and die, yeah.
right, curl up and yeah. What? I've expired. Yeah.
That's their last words every time. Oh, man.
Dr. Lee added, but it does seem as though many famous ghosts are either dormant or have faded away or moved on. It could be that a spirit had a natural source of energy to begin with, which has dwindled away over time, leaving them without the reserves to manifest anymore.
The fucking paranormal semen retention.
Right. Right.
You just have a certain amount of testosterone, and if you wank it out it'll run out. That's all I'm saying.
However,
I've been on the no-fap boards.
Yeah.
Not recently. Back in the day. Oh, yeah.
However, Dr. Lee, who hails from Fairstead, Norfolk, and holds a PhD in nuclear physics, so he's obviously qualified to speak.
Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with ghosts.
Offered a glimmer of hope, stating it may be that ghosts can be recharged. He concluded, You sometimes hear stories of ghosts suddenly appearing again after many years' absence. And then, as an editorial here, after Dr. Lee's quotes, the author, or the excuse me, reporter Brian O'Neill,
Mm.
is this another unforeseen side effect of Brexit?
Maybe.
Could be.
I don't think so. I don't
Could
think
be.
that's how that works. I don't think that I feel like most of these old ass ghosts would be pro Brexit, right? They're like old fucking rich British people.
Right. If anything, they would be the opposite, by which I mean they would spread Britain everywhere.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of poor ghosts. There, because poor people are like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to the
True.
afterlife where money doesn't exist.
That's true. No, again, it comes back to gentrification, I think.
I know, yeah, yeah. We gotta, yeah. But also, this ghost recharging thing is like a kind of not great implication. Like you're in heaven and you just get kind of recharged back.
Right. Or like, yeah. Like, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to go back down and fuck with some people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. See you later, Jesus. Bye. See ya, Martin Luther King.
Right.
Ruth
Jimi
Bader
Hendrix.
Ginsburg.
Yeah.
Buddha.
Uh-huh.
Got to keep it.
Sure. Yeah.
We'll work on that sitcom pilot again later.
Right. What, Jesus and Buddha? What, the roommates or?
No. Say. I'm gonna say. Man, I didn't think I'd ever have to actually think of it, but I didn't want to do roommates because that's cliched. So now I do have to think of it. I'm gonna say Jesus marries Buddha.
Okay.
But at the same time, Buddha finds out he now has to adopt his wacky brother Jimi Hendrix.
Man, I like this a lot.
This would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Should we just change the podcast to? We'll just make it like a dramatic reenactment of this. We'll write this story and.
I think it would get real racist real fast if one of us had to play Buddha. I'm not gonna lie.
That's true. Yeah,
and it would be you. It would have to be you. I'm not doing it. I'd pass that out to you real quick and see what you come up with.
No. Well, shit. If one of us had to play Jesus, it would probably get racist.
No, not really. I'm Jewish.
That's true. Yeah. Well, and Jimi Hendrix. Neither of us can play guitar.
Oh,
yeah, like that's all. Like instead of talking, it's just like guitar.
Yeah, yes. You just have to walk around and go.
Yeah, that famous Jimi Hendrix riff.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
That's. I think it was called like Purple Condom in the Sky or something like that. Whatever the fuck.
I think that's actually what it's called. Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, I really stuck the landing. Thank you so much for listening. This podcast is Underworld News Tonight. If you somehow don't know the name of the shows you listen to, in which case, I'm sorry to hear about the dementia. Hopefully, it's going well. Right. I guess I don't know why I would say hopefully it's going well. Probably not, right?
Well, thanks for listening either way.
Yeah, you probably don't remember how shitty the last episode was, so we appreciate that. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Underworld News Tonight. You could also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, Andrew Michaels Comedy. Jason, you can follow some places that he will tell you about. One mostly.
On Instagram, Jason V. Strong, where you can find my artwork and my impressions of the Buddha.
He's working on
No, you can't.
Not yet. That's for the future Patreon. Oh, another thing. If you guys are in the Urbana area, I have it was very impromptu announced show that I am doing Tuesday night. Tuesday, the week that this comes out. So that is the week of, we're recording on the 31st. It comes out the first week of June.
Uh-huh.
9 p.m. Gallery Art Bar. Swing by. It's a free show. I'll be doing just 10 to 15 minutes of
Mhm.
some light and fun material.
Mhm.
You can see me do pretty much that same set for a bit of a larger crowd at 8 p.m. at the same bar on Friday. So either way, swing by. If you do tell me you're there because of the show, that's going to be absolutely crazy. So
Mhm.
that would be cool as fuck.
Yeah.
We appreciate
And,
that.
please, if you do go, please don't spit your Zen in, the urinals.
Oh, please do let them know that we are Legion. No, don't, please don't. The bar would be very
No.
mad at me
Yeah.
if you did that.
Encourage the yeah.
Yeah,
Um, and, also, what is it, August 10th? And,
August 10th.
Squonkapalooza,
Squonk a palooza,
Johnstown,
Johnstown,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
We should talk about what we're gonna sell people at our table off the air. Yeah, but no, come by. It's gonna be a lot of fun talking about
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
little known and little loved cryptid, and we have definitely got a strong plan in place that you don't need to
Yeah.
worry
Uh-huh.
about any
Right.
problems there. But just swing by to say hi too. That's also good.
Yeah.
I know you guys are thinking, wow, what if I see Andrew live though, or I see Swankapalooza, and I'm like so upset because I don't get to kidnap these guys, keep Andrew in a little tiny cage by my desk at work, that sort of a thing.
Mhm.
But I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about what's going to happen if we're not around. Because we are around, always, because it's all Phantom time, but right now.
Mhm. Right now. Thank you.